All the things I was asking about were actually things that Obama did in his first 100 days.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Campus reform reports, and we're going to go to this video here in a second. Students despise Obama policies when credited to Trump. Saturday will mark Donald Trump's 100th day in office, an important milestone for U.S. presidents ever since the flurry of panic flailings with which Franklin Roosevelt began his administration. While President Trump's supporters point to his slew of executive orders and the confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch as markers of his success, detractors claim Mr. Trump has accomplished very little since taking office. So they went out and asked a bunch of special snowflakes at George Mason University, hoping to tease out whether such reflexive opposition to Trump is based on policy disagreements or simply distaste for Trump himself. So they presented these snowflakes with Obama's accomplishments, not telling them or telling them, lying to them, saying that they were Trump's. So they're being told Obama's accomplishments in the first 100 days, but it's presented as if they're Trump's accomplishments, and just watch the reaction. Let's roll the clip.
Donald Trump, first 100 days, how do you think he's done?
Horrible.
He's kind of a he's really just a liar. Like, pathologically, it's kind of insane.
As of just recently, he's done a little bit of work that's not exactly beneficial to Planned Parenthood. We're a little wary of what's coming up.
It's kind of scary seeing, like, you know, you wake up every morning and then you see something ridiculous.
And I'm surprised that with things he lies about, he has not been impeached or whatever, because, I mean, Bill Clinton was impeached for lying. Trump recently went on what was called an apology tour to countries like Egypt and Saudi Arabia, basically apologizing for the past 8 years and saying, you know, there's a new sheriff in town, this old stuff's not going to fly.
Him apologizing like that to the other countries, is it something that, you know, you would like to see him stop doing?
Oh, for sure.
I really think he kind of overstepped his bounds.
I think he's just trying to fix Band-Aids at this point, and it's not really working for him, so I think it's a bad thing for him.
You know, you have to carry the image of the U.S., and he hasn't done that so well.
The people he's apologizing to are not people he should be apologizing to. Saudi Arabia, the Gulf monarchies, dictatorships everywhere.
I don't think it was up to him to apologize on behalf of a nation, especially with such opposition to him within the nation.
He recently has been talking about a $700 billion jobs plan.
He would tax people and then use that money to try and use the government to help create jobs. So is that something that you view positively or negatively?
Gotta say, it kind of would be a little, definitely more negative.
So how is that going to help us if, you know, he's raising and creating jobs for people that aren't trying to get a higher education? Like,
Knowing that Donald Trump is the one proposing it probably means there's like some turd in the punch bowl somewhere.
Like him bringing jobs, I just don't really see that happening.
Using the government to do what states would do, that kind of goes against the whole platform.
Really reminiscent of Weimar Germany, when there was a lot of hatred of foreigners taking jobs. I mean, same types of rhetoric.
What's the shirt?
Oh, this is just a communism shirt, man. Gotta love the hammer and sickle. Gotta collectivize the means of production.
The final thing that Trump has done is he changed some of the statutes of limitations on court cases, so basically making it easier for people to sue each other. What do you think about that?
Being in a law class right now, I don't like it at all.
I think it would directly benefit Trump because Trump is a businessman by cutting down on regulations.
He says it's for one reason, but it's just, I just don't see him helping.
That's pretty upsetting. I also think it's kind of ridiculous how he was saying loosen up the libel laws.
I think it would make him money in the long run because I don't really think he's in it for the presidency. Like, I think he's in it for his own, like, personal gain.
There's so many conflicts of interest and unanswered questions there.
What if I told you all the things I was asking about were actually things that Obama did in his first 100 days?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. It's almost we don't have any critical thinking faculties. Given that we wear hammer and sickle T-shirts, literally 80 million people dead in the last century alone. Oh, wow. Absolutely insane. This is the effect it's having on the campuses there. This is the kind of mindset we're producing.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.